Hello, my name is Drewsilla Bostic Thorne, and I have the pleasure of talking about leaving our legacy like Harriet Tubman did. And we're using the wonderful book from Carol V. Brown called The Harriet Tubman Way. And it has been a pleasure for me to be on this journey with my younger sisters, my elder sisters, and my sister sisters. Coretta Scott King once said, the greatness of a community is most accurately measured by the compassionate actions of its members. And that is so true. Harriet Tubman was the community guru. She brought people out of slavery. She helped the sick. She helped the homeless. She helped people who had no food. I'm Harriet Tubman was the community guru. She helped everyone. And part of her legacy is her home that you can go see. If you're in Auburn, New York, you can see this home. But let's talk about how this all came. Harriet Tubman said to everyone she would talk to about freedom that she wanted freedom to be for African Americans, Black people, what the Constitution says, that all men are created equal. And the Bill of Rights should apply to all people. And she wanted them to be able to speak their minds, dream big dreams, vote for their leaders, become leaders, and live to be truly free. Because just because you were free from slavery did not mean that you were free from bondage. Still had restrictions on us, could not vote, could not go here, could not go there, could not be this, could not be that. There were so many restrictions. And some of the restrictions were because they would say we couldn't read or write. But why was that? We weren't allowed to read or write. So Harriet Tubman, although she had no children, would send money to the schools in the South so that they could teach the children to read and write. And she was so proud of them. One little boy wanted to become a senator. Well, at that time, Harriet Tubman's time, did we have any Black senators then? I don't know. But we do now. And that, once again, goes back to her legacy, freeing people, helping to see that people were educated, community, community, community. Now, she didn't ask to be someone's legacy. It's not something you ask for. It's something that happens to everyone because from the time you're born till the time you die, and that space in between, that's where your legacy is created, and that's what people will remember about you. Now, this house you see here was Harriet Tubman's house, and next to it was a beautiful, beautiful stretch of land. She looked at that land every day and wanted to know how she was going to get that property and have a place when it called the Jayon Brown home, because people would come to her for food, for shelter, for medical care, and she wanted some place where she could help all these people. So one day she found out that the land next to hers that she had been praying for was up for auction. So she went behind the house because she didn't want anybody to know that it was her bidding on this property. So the price started real low, and she kept bidding for it from behind the house. And finally, the bidding stopped at $1,250, and she was the one who won the bid. But she didn't have any money. Imagine how much gumption and courage it takes to go bid on something you don't have any money. But she had faith. Okay. So she got the property. She went to the bank, got the loan, but she said, I'm in my 80s and I think I'm going to need someone else to take care of this. So she donated the land to her church, the African Methodist Episcopal Zion Church. And although she told them she wanted to be called the John Brown Hole, they said, oh, no, 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 no. We're going to call it the Harriet Tubman Home. The doors opened in 1903. She moved in and the house was built, and she said she liked it there. She moved in, and she said there's a sweet, sweet spirit in this place. And this is some pictures of what this property looks like,
on which she had
her
her residence.
This is, you can see this. Now, can you imagine having no money, you have faith, and you have this land built, this property built. On this land, this is a big piece. Look at this big, 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 big piece of land. And you want to talk about legacy? This is still there. You can go visit the Harriet Tubman home in Auburn, New York, and they will give you the history of Harriet Tubman. They will give you the story of her life and all the people that she has helped. I want to focus on one thing in particular, where she said to the young people, dream big dreams. She wanted them to be able to vote for their leaders. And this is an election year. And this came to me to think about somebody who left a legacy to me. And her name was Louise P. King. That's my grandmother. My grandmother was born in Alabama. She wasn't a slave, but her parents were. She moved to Cleveland, Ohio in her 20s. She was an entrepreneur. What I remember most about her was during this time of year when the elections were getting ready to come, the primaries, the major election, she would take me with her. She would walk through the neighborhood and make sure that everybody was registered to vote, that everybody knew how to vote. And then on election day, where were we sitting? At the voting polls, waiting for people to come in to vote, making sure they had the right paperwork and everything. And to this day, during election time, I am asking people the same question. Did you vote? Did you get your absentee ballot? Talking to the young people. You're 18. You know you can vote now. Went to the high schools, registered students to vote that had turned 18, and told them, hey, take this home to your parents. Make sure that they're registered to vote too. Because according to Harriet, you're not free. You're not totally free until you are what the Constitution says. All men are created equal. You have all your Bill of Rights. You can vote for your leaders. You can become a leader. Can you imagine? Can you imagine what was going on up there in heaven when Barack Obama won twice? Not once, but twice. So that's a legacy. What do you think is your legacy? You have to have a cause that is greater than yourself. to make a difference in this world. What is greater than you? Do you think you want to be a teacher? All teachers leave a legacy. They leave hundreds and hundreds of legacies. Do you want to be a politician? Do you want to help people get their rights? Do you want to be a lawyer, a doctor, a nurse? It doesn't matter. You have a legacy. What is ever in your heart, what is ever your desire, because each generation will leave a legacy behind to help the other generation move forward. So everything that Harriet Tubman did helped the next generation to move forward. And we had rallies, we had marches, the churches, the schools, the children, the parents, the young, the old, everybody has a legacy. So what we leave behind, we help others to move forward. What is it that you can help others to move forward? There is so much that we can do, especially in our community. You can get creative. What kind of legacy do you want to leave? You can do it in any kind of form. We've been journaling all through the Harriet Tubman way. So let's journal about what we want our legacy to be. Because we want to move forward, and instead of hate and selfishness, we want to move forward in love and giving.
Well, I marched through the storm, and I marched through the rain, and I marched through some sickness and some heartache and pain. And I laid on the ground and I looked up at the sky, and I prayed to the Lord up above and asked why. But oh no, I'm not tired, I'm not through marching yet, and I'm a march until I die. Oh children, this you can bet. And we'll say I'm gonna sing out, I'm gonna march on. And everybody said I'm gonna sing out, gonna march on, yeah. Gonna march on, gonna put one foot in front of the other foot. Yes, I am gonna sing out, gonna march on, yeah. Gonna march on, I got to keep on going, yeah. I'm gonna sing out, gonna march on, gonna march on. Well, my grandmama marched, and my granddaddy too, and I never thought it'd be something that I have to do. But I'll march if I must, I got a mission, you see, and I'll be damned if my children have to march for me. Now I believe in the power of raising my voice, and I believe in the power of making some noise. And if I die, I can sing, and if I can't sing, I'll die. So we can sing for one another. Now let's give it a try, and we'll say I'm gonna sing out. Oh, I'm gonna use my body for good.
My name is Drewsilla Bostic Thorne. I am the granddaughter of Louise P. King, and she and I are Harriet Tubman.